In a quiet corner of a willow-lined pond, there was a young duckling named Delia. She would watch her older brother zip through the sky, their feathers shining like golden knives in the sunlight. Delia wanted to fly just like them, but every time she tried to flap her wings, nothing happened. She flapped once, she flapped twice, but still nothing, except a tiny fart. A nearby frog found it so funny he fell right off his lily pad. Mama Duck quacked at her. "You need to believe in yourself. No duck of mine is going to waddle in circles like a chicken." Delia sighed and tried again. This time, she leapt into the air heroically. She soared for exactly 1.3 seconds, then crashed straight into a mushroom which exploded in a puff of spores. Her brother Dax waddled over and said, "You almost looked like a flying potato. Proud of you." Delia tried not to cry as the mushroom wept openly. That evening, while her siblings were busy showing off their feathers, Delia wandered off and found an old crow perched on a branch. "You look like a broken wishbone," said the crow. "Want to learn to fly, or are you just here perfecting your death spiral?" Delia blinked and replied, "Yes, to both maybe." The crow cackled and said, "Perfect! The wind respects lunatics. Forget grace, embrace chaos." From that day, Delia trained in the strangest ways. She launched from wobbly logs, glided through thorny brambles, and learned to scream creatively when falling. By the third week, she was still crashing, but now with style. When she dove into the water, the splash looked like a swan. Even a heron applauded. One misty morning, Delia's family watched in awe as she flapped, lifted, and soared like a feathered missile. She looped, dipped her wing in the pond for drama, and landed accidentally on her father's head. Her father quacked in surprise. "You did it!" Delia stood tall on his bill and said, "I did, and I only dislocated one toe." Mama Duck blinked and said, "You remind me of Aunt Mabel. She once crashed into a goose wedding and started a feud. We were so proud." From that day on, Delia flew with purpose. She didn't always fly well or safely, but she always flew. And whenever she tumbled from the sky, she remembered the crow's words, "The wind respects lunatics."